It is round 2. We are decluttering all of my makeup. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a new declutter, and today we are decluttering all of my single blushes, my single eyeshadows, and also my eyeliners. So I have been doing some videos recently on my makeup inventory. About 6 months ago, I posted how much makeup I had in every single category in my makeup collection. And then about a month ago, I did an update video, and there were a few categories that I was not close to my goal, and I decided I wanted to do some declutters for those specific categories. So I posted part 1 of decluttering all of my makeup just a couple weeks ago, so I will have that one linked. In there, I did false lashes, I did powders, primers, and also highlights. And like I said, today we are doing blushes, single shadows, and also eyeliners. This is going to be a very interesting declutter. Let's start with eyeliners. Is my eyeliner collection. We've gotten a little bit out of hand. So when I did my initial video, I had 19 eyeliners, and I said my goal was I wanted less than, honestly, I can't read my writing. I think I said either 15 or 13, and somehow I ended up with 30 eyeliners. I'm unclear what happened here, but even though I love eyeliners, I always say I know it's not the most exciting makeup product or the sexiest makeup product to talk about, but I wear eyeliner every single time that I wear makeup, but still I don't need 30 eyeliners. So let's go through these. I want to first go through and pull out the ones that I know that I use on a really consistent basis, like the ones that I don't want to get rid of. Also for my eyeliners, like I said, I have 30. I now have 29 because I was robbed. So I did mention this on my Instagram and community tab, and I've talked a little bit about it on TikTok, but just a few days prior to when I'm filming this video, my apartment was robbed. So one thing that they got was my purse, and inside, you know, along with my driver's license, all my credit cards, my car keys, you know, all of that fun stuff. There were a few makeup products in there, and I usually always carry an eyeliner in my purse because, like I said, I love eyeliners. Like it's always that one thing that I have to have. So I'm actually hoping, I'm still filing my police report. I have to file an insurance claim. Looking through this, I think maybe it was a Glossier. I'm pretty sure I have 3 Gloss, yes, brown. It's the brown one. Okay, so the brown one. Okay, so yeah, I have to fill out a police report of everything that got stolen from me, and then obviously file my insurance claim, but they need like exact, you know, color is, you know, everything that I can remember. And I am pretty sure I need to go through my lip collection still as well. It's just been kind of overwhelming. Obviously I've been displaced from my home. Aries and I are living somewhere else. Having to figure out how to get a driver's license, my car keys, I mean, just everything. I've mentioned on my community tab that my video uploads will probably not be as frequent right now because I don't have my filming space anymore. So, you know, we'll just try to figure it out the best that we can, but a declutter video is something that I can at least put together for now. But I'm thinking it was probably a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, which sucks. If it's Very Victoria, I'm gonna be so mad because you guys know, I think there were several items in my purse that are in my project use up. I think maybe my MAC Honey Love was in there. I'm guessing Charlotte Tilbury was in there. I think an Anastasia lip liner was in there, and a brush in there. So yeah, some of my makeup is also now gone. So I'll have to figure that out, but at least for the eyeliners, I know it was that Glossier brown one. So, but I still have these 2 left from Glossier. I mentioned frequently that these are my favorite eyeliners. My one in ink, this is the black. This is in my project use up because look how teeny tiny this is, and I just want to finish it all the way off. I also have the one in green. This is in Fresco. These are available at Sephora. They're my favorite eyeliners. They're very creamy. They apply super easy in the waterline. They don't move. They are so long wearing. So these are just my #1 eyeliners right now. So I knew I definitely had to keep those. These ones are a little bit newer to me, but I've really been enjoying them and I'm reaching for them if I don't reach for my Glossier. So one is from Essence, their Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner. And this one here is from L'Oreal. It's their Infallible Grip. These are both in black. Black is the eyeliner that I wear the most. I would say black, then brown, then usually like a green. So I do want to keep both of these. There's some in here that are just so old that I'm like, it probably can't even be good to be putting these on my eyes, so I want to declutter those. These are some ones that I know I've just had in my collection for a long time now. I really do like the ones from Urban Decay. Usually I end up just reaching for like a black or a brown. So these ones are in the shades Smoke and also Oozy. I'm gonna declutter those. I have these from the e.l.f. and Jen Atkin collab. These were really nice eyeliners. They come in a black and a brown, but I've noticed, I mean, even like, I can't remember the last time I wore them, it was a really long time ago, that they felt kind of drying. So I'm sure that these just, you know, they also just need to be tossed. These two from Charlotte Tilbury, these were nice eyeliners, but again, I've had them for so long, they've been open for so long. Every time I do try to wear them, it just feels like they are so dried out. That's why I wanted to include a Glossier in my project use up, because I never actually use up an eyeliner. I just move on to another one and dry out my old eyeliners before I finish them. So I'm trying to get more in the habit of finishing off my makeup before just moving on to the next thing. So these were her like duo eyeliners. There was a metallic side and a matte side. So I'm gonna declutter both of those. This one is from Colourpop. Again, I really do like their cream gel liners. They are an eyeliner that I would definitely recommend. I don't think they're as long wearing as the Glossier, but I still think they're a good option. But I've had this kind of like minty one for quite some time. So for sure, I'm decluttering those. I have 4 liquid liners, which is hysterical because could I tell you the last time I wore a liquid liner? I don't even know if it's in the year of 2023. So I have UD Perversion, Ofra Verified, the Natasha Denona, and Charlotte Tilbury Feline Flick. Honestly, these are all great options. Like if I wore liquid liner, I mean, I think that there would be like a good reason to keep all of these around. So these are all great. If you do wear liquid liner a lot, honestly, I recommend all 4 in my hand here. I feel like I could keep one, and a lot of times I go for a liquid liner if I'm wearing false lashes, which I just don't wear false lashes a lot. I feel like it kind of helps me hide the band. Sometimes I used to be really into a look with like basically no eyeshadow on and just like a thick black liner, and that would be it, but I really don't do it all that often. If I had, like if I was ranking these, honestly, again, these are all great, but of course, not only do I not wear liquid eyeliner all that much, but just because something is a great product or really good or I love something, it doesn't mean I have to keep it all, especially since being a makeup reviewer for 8 years. If I kept all of the makeup that was good, great, or my favorite, I would be drowning in makeup. It would just, like, you don't have to keep everything that's your favorite. You know, you might have 700 favorite t-shirts. Like, do you need to keep every single one of them? No, maybe you only keep 600, you know what I'm saying? So I do have to declutter even more now that I have to move in a very fast fashion. It's very overwhelming to think about. It's very overwhelming to think about anything right now, quite honestly, but to think about moving my entire makeup collection, my work, my home office, my dog, it's a lot. So we're decluttering. If I had to rank these, I would put Urban Decay at number 4. I think I would put Charlotte Tilbury at number 3. And then both the Natasha and the Ofra, so I'm decluttering those. Natasha and Ofra are both really, really nice, I think, and they're really similar to each other too, which is funny. Like, these are extremely similar to one another. I think though Ofra beats out Natasha just a little bit. It could also be because I've had the Ofra for a little bit longer than Natasha, so I've worn it more often. But if I'm going to keep one, I'm actually going to keep the one from Ofra Cosmetics. So that will be my one liquid liner that I keep. I think honestly I could spend the rest of my life with this liner and it probably wouldn't be going anywhere. So keeping one liquid liner, decluttering 3. And then looking over the rest of the collection, you know, we have some more Urban Decay. There's some more Colourpop in here. This is another one of those L'Oreal Infallible Grips. This one's in brown. I'm gonna keep that one. I don't have a lot of color liners, like this green one from Colourpop is in here, but again, I feel like this is probably dried out. I feel like this one is probably dried out. This one is probably dried out. This one from Pixie, this one is definitely dried out. I've had that for such a long time. Decluttering those. This one is a newer product from Rare Beauty. I mentioned this in my best and worst of Rare Beauty. Their gel eyeliner I just don't think is very good. It's just one that I wouldn't recommend in general. Again, I'm pretty picky with my eyeliners, I guess I would say, but that I just didn't think was a good product. So I'm going to declutter that one. Honestly, looking at these, like, okay, how many eyeliners did I keep? 1, 2, 3, so I have 6. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep a black and a brown from Urban Decay. So I'm gonna keep Perversion and Demolition from Urban Decay. So that will get me to 8 eyeliners, and then I'll be decluttering the rest, either because they're old, they're just products that I don't reach for as much. I mean, none of these are bad. The Persona eyeliner is really nice as well, but I've kept a lot of black and brown eyeliners for sure, and I feel like my collection will be pretty solid. So for eyeliners, I'm decluttering 21, technically 22 are gone from my collection, and I will be keeping 8. So I feel really like this is much better. This is much better with eyeliners, and don't get me wrong, it's still a lot of eyeliners. I could get by with 2, okay? All right, next up, let's work on single eyeshadow. So I had 32. I said I wanted around 25, and somehow I ended up with 39. So that's embarrassing. Let's go through these. Okay, where to start? Let's start with these single shadows from like Makeup Geek and Colourpop. So we have Peach Smoothie and Creme Brulee and Shimma Shimma. These are all from Makeup Geek. We have Paper Tiger, Snake Eyes, Glass Bowl, all from Colourpop. Then we have Mr. Sandman from Colourpop and Whimsical and Grandstand from Makeup Geek. I'm just gonna declutter all of these. I never go into this single palette. Honestly, even when I was grabbing out my single shadows to make this video, I counted them and I was at like, I don't know, 33 or something like that. And I was like, what am I missing? I was missing this entire, I always forget about this. I told the story of, I moved about 2.5 years ago from Iowa to Las Vegas. So I had a lot of my makeup was like packed up and like in a moving truck and you know, all those things. And I got to my apartment and I unpacked and I was organizing. It took me almost a year to realize I never opened the box that had all of my single shadows in it. I didn't even realize I was missing them. So I did a pretty big declutter back then. And then I think these were the only 9 that I kept around, but I just know that I'm not gonna reach into them and I can still pass these on to good homes. Honestly, the ones from Makeup Geek, like Peach Smoothie, Creme Brulee, and Shimma Shimma probably should be decluttered because they are quite old, but the other ones aren't as old, and I could just give this to somebody and I'm sure that they would be very happy. Okay, these 4, I got these from Rare Beauty. So these are their shadow sticks and I love these. Like I've been raving about them. Again, I did the best and worst of Rare Beauty. I've mentioned them in favorites videos. These are just so good. I didn't keep every single one that they sent me in PR, but these are the 4 that I decided to keep. Contentment, Adventure, Well-Being, and Integrity. And these are just beautiful. I mean, I wear them on my eyes so much. You can twist them up. I wear them on my eyes so much, and I think that these are stunning. So I do want to keep these. Again, they're a little bit newer to my collection, but they're so easy to wear. And I mean, especially right now, I'm literally living out of one makeup bag, and these are really easy to put in there. So I'm gonna keep those 4. Another one that's newer to me is from Natasha Denona. I got a single shadow when I ordered, I think maybe it was the Mini Starlet. I don't remember. I placed an order from Natasha, or maybe it was the lipsticks that I ordered. I make a lot of Natasha Denona orders, okay? So she sent me along this matte shadow, and this is in Arizona. Okay, so this is like, I don't know. My initial thought was I was gonna keep it, but then I was like, why? I have so many Natasha Denona palettes. Like I enjoyed that this was a free gift, but I could put this in, like I have my Poshmark closet, and with every order, I put a free beauty gift in there. You know, again, I have a lot of makeup, buy a lot of makeup, get PR. Like I just always put like a little gift in there, so I could gift someone a little Natasha Denona eyeshadow because it hasn't been used. So I'm going to declutter that one since I know I'll just be reaching into my palettes. Let's see, I have these 3 from Ofra. These are really pretty products. These are their like topper shades. What do they call them? They're Sparkle Lights toppers. So we have Iced, and then Glisten, and then Chill. Okay, so again, super beautiful. I'm going to declutter Iced and Glisten. I'm going to keep Chill though, okay? Like I gotta at least keep one of these because they are so pretty and like so smooth, and they just give you kind of that like, I don't know, wet, like glistening look to the eyes. So I at least want to keep one of these. And this, I think, look at that, like this would be my favorite shade. These are so pretty. I do have a code with Ofra. It is Samantha if you're interested in picking anything up. But these, if you like, you know, just a single shadow, something that's gonna, you can do it alone, you can wear it on top of another eyeshadow, this is definitely one I'd recommend. So I'm gonna keep 2. Honestly, I'll probably like pass these on to my sister because she loves sparkly things. So keep 2, declutter one of those. Okay, most everything else is gonna be my Colourpop Super Shocks, which that was the area that I really wanted to focus on. But I do have this one here from Lawless Beauty. This is their Bio Glitter eyeshadow. So pretty. I don't wear like a pressed glitter all that often. I have pretty sensitive eyes, and I just, sometimes with glitter, it can be a little bit more irritating, especially if it's more of like a chunky glitter. So I know that this is gonna be one that I declutter. And then moving over to my Super Shocks, I obviously have quite a big collection. I'm gonna try to, you know, maybe pick out the ones that I wear the most first, kind of go from there. So this one is in Ladybird. This is definitely one of my favorites from Colourpop. Again, it's so easy to apply. It gives you that really, look at that. Like, it's stunning. I wear Ladybird by itself all of the time, and I think that it's beautiful. So I know that I want to keep that one. I do have the one in Couche, and this one is in my Project Use Up. So Robert's gonna get this one. So I am gonna be keeping that. You can see that like I've hit pan, I've repressed it. So my goal is to use this one all the way up before the end of the year. So I'm going to keep that one. This one I have hit pan in. This is Beauty and the Beast. So I don't know if you can see with the light, little bit of pan in this gold one here, and I wear gold all of the time. So I'm gonna keep Beauty and the Beast. There's another gold that's really beautiful in Blogger. This is a really beautiful kind of like antique gold. That one's super stunning, so I wear that one a lot. Okay, all right. I feel like those are some that I wear like the most. I'm trying to get through the rest pretty quickly. A little quirky. You can see that I've almost hit pan in here. Like we're getting close. So I'm going to keep that one. Some of these, like the pink ones, I just don't wear pink all that often. This is Once Upon a Princess. Pretty. This one is In the Saddle, but usually like just a single pink shadow. I feel like if I'm gonna go for a pink, it's gonna be in, you know, some of my mauve and pink eyeshadow palettes. This one is Reflection. So I am on Colourpop's PR, and that's why I do get, you know, obviously like quite a few. And this Princess collection that came in, I did do a video. This one is kind of like rust. Pretty, but I'm not gonna keep it. I did a video swatching all of them, so then I kept them all, and now I'm like, okay, probably didn't need to keep all of them. This one is Secret Garden. It's pretty, but I feel like I probably kept ones similar to that. So going to declutter this one. I feel like the majority in this pile I'm probably gonna end up decluttering. Maybe some of the greens I'll keep. This one is Moon Daisy. Really pretty blue, but I don't wear blue eyeshadow very often. Going to declutter that one. We have this one in purple. This doesn't have a sticker on it to tell me what the name is, but it came from that Princess collection. Pretty, not one that I feel like I need to keep around. This one was from the Colourpop and Raw Beauty Christie Mycelium, I think is what this one is. You know, again, I don't need to keep every single shadow in my collection. So I'm gonna declutter that one. I think this was the other one in her collection, and this was Olympic. But I definitely think that with my Colourpop Super Shocks, I kind of reach for the same ones over and over and over. I do see some that are a little bit more green though. So this one is in Fringe. Honestly, like that's pretty, but I don't think that I need to keep this one. Like she's cute, but don't need to keep it. The other one that I see that's more green is Corsage. So I love me browns, I love me mauves, but I also love a good green shadow. So that's why sometimes when I get the PR from Colourpop, I tend to keep ones that I'm like, ooh, I think that I would really like this. Again, though, honestly, I'm like, I guess I'm not like losing my mind over this minty color. Like when it comes to green, I tend to like something that's a little bit more like of a deeper green. Okay, actually that was pretty easy then. So we'll declutter those. This one is Mutts About You. It's like they do like a dog and cat collab, I think every year. Pretty, don't need to keep it. We have this one in Flower Child. I believe this came out with the Low Ray of Sunshine collection. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that that gets me in my feels, but you also know that I've been decluttering a lot of those in my feels products from my past. So we're gonna say goodbye to that one. This one is in Deco Days. This is pretty, but it's like, have I kept enough that looks similar to this? There was two from this collection. There was Deco Days, and then I think there was another one. Yes, Avant Garde. Ooh, these are both like really pretty. Ooh, Avant Garde. Ooh. Okay, how many have I kept? I've kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. I've kept 5 of my Super Shock. I wear these two together a lot when that collection came out. Like I would put this one down and then I'd put this one over it as like a topper shade, and it was so pretty. Let me look at these other two. This one is Ice Dream. Okay, so this very like white has a little bit of like blue flecks in it. I don't know if you can see it the best. But no, not a type of shadow that I wear very often. Will declutter. And then we have How Far I'll Go from the Princess collection. Okay. I feel like that's kind of similar to the, you know what, I'm gonna keep these two just because, again, I feel like I'm getting way closer to my goal with this video, and that was my end of the year goal. So not to say that, well, all of my mail has been being stolen as well. So I haven't really gotten a lot of my Colourpop packages because our mail has been being stolen for about the past 3 months. It's been a really great time. This is why, or I think it might have been in my members only video that I mentioned that I was trying to move. So yeah, but if Colourpop does send me packages and I actually receive them, there's, you know, who's to say I'm not going to keep like 7 more of their Super Shocks, but at least for right now, I'm cutting down my collection a lot. All right, so for my single shadows, I'm decluttering 27. That's a lot. And for what I am keeping, everything can fit in here now. And I am keeping 12. That's huge. That's a massive declutter. I am very, very proud of this. 12 single shadows. Okay, now we move on to blushes. Moving on to the third and final section, we have my blush collection. All right, for blushes, we started with 23. I said I wanted less than 20. I have somehow ended up with 27, which is very strange because I also always say I'm not a blush girl. So how this has happened is beyond me. So kind of how I've been picking out the ones that I use the most often. So definitely my Dior Rosy Glow blush in pink. I use this super frequently. This is a viral makeup product and I totally get it. It looks very intimidating in the pan, but not so much on the face, but it really gives you this beautiful bright pop of pink. And it is my most long wearing blush for sure. Like if that's what you care about is long wearing, these Dior blushes will not move on you. Gonna keep that one. I talk about my Lawless blush in Vintage Love all of the time, and I love it. You can see the imprint of Lawless is pretty faded here. You can kind of see like around the rim of the pan too. Like this is honestly probably my second most worn blush is from Lawless. I feel like I'm the only one that talks about it. I'm sure I'm not, but sometimes I'm like, does anyone else talk about this blush? So I'm going to be keeping that one. Another one that I wear super frequently is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is her Cheek to Chic and Pillow Talk. Beautiful blush. I've had it for a long time. Again, kind of one of those that you can see around the pan here that I use this one very often. Blushes are so hard to get through. Like it's why I really want to cut down my blush collection because it's so hard for me to even hit pan, much less use up an entire blush. Case in point, I have had this mini Tarte blush in Tarte for a bazillion years. It was a birthday gift at Sephora, I don't know, in 1994. And that's how long I've had it. I've put it into multiple project pans and I've yet to hit pan on this blush. But I still keep trying. and I still use it quite a bit. So I'm gonna save that one. Honestly, I think those are my like top 4 blushes that I use super consistently. This one here is my collaboration with Ofra Cosmetics, and this one is in Chic. So this is a split pan. You have matte on one side and shimmer on the other. So a lot of times I honestly will just swirl them together, and I really like the way that that looks. But obviously I do want to be keeping my own collaboration, and it's one that I wear very frequently. I also have my Life's a Draft palette, and I have a blush and also a bronzer and highlight in there, and I reach for those so often as well. So of course going to be keeping Chic Lit. Okay, so I'm looking at some of these and I want to focus on the ones that I don't wear as much. So this one from Jouer, this is one of their duos in Adore. Now I have had this for a long time and it's beautiful. There was a time where I was wearing this so much. I also love their bronzer duo. I actually hit pan in their bronzer duo, which I was very proud about. The blushes, I feel like kind of like my time has come up with these. Like I just don't wear them as much anymore. It's still beautiful, still pretty, still one that I, you know, would like recommend and all of the good things. It's just not something that I wear as often. So I'm going to declutter that one. I have these 3. I'm not sure why I kept all 3 when Essence sent me their new Pure Nude Baked Blushes. These are very beautiful though, and they have a really good price point. I think they're available at Ulta Beauty. So if you wanted to grab one, I mean, I think that these are a good option. This one here is my favorite though. This is Rosy Rosewood, and it's a beautiful kind of deeper rose, and it's very easy to build and blend. I don't know, but now I'm like, I was going to keep this one, but now I'm like, Samantha, you don't have to keep all of your blushes just because they're pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to cut down my blush collection. These are really nice blushes. Would recommend, especially if you're looking for something more affordable, but I don't need to keep them. I'm going to declutter them. Okay. All right. That was interesting. Okay, listen, we have 4 of the blush wands from Charlotte Tilbury. These are great. Again, great products, ones that I would recommend. I do not need to keep all 4 of these. This is out of control. So this is the one that I've had the longest, and this one is in Pinkgasm. Yes, this one is in Pinkgasm. So these ones have the little floof ball on here. I do like Pinkgasm a lot. And then I also really like Pillow Talk, and this one is the matte blush wand. So this one has more shimmer to it. This one is more matte. These 2 would be my favorite and my most worn. Honestly, at this point, I think I actually wear Pillow Talk more than I wear Pinkgasm, which is a little bit surprising. Charlotte Tilbury just makes really great cheek products. I'm like, do I need to keep both of them? But I want to. I want to keep both of them. I like having like the 2 different options. So I'm going to keep those, and then I'm going to declutter Peach Pop and also Pink Pop. These are very, very lightly worn, so I could definitely give these a new home. They're beautiful. The only one that I didn't like from this collection was like the red one. I felt like that one just, it felt different. So I'm going to declutter those 2. Okay, from Rare Beauty, I have these 2 here, and these are both really nice. So we have the liquid blush and then also the cream blush. So the cream blush is actually my favorite. When I did my best and worst of Rare Beauty, I mentioned that I do prefer the cream blush, and I think it's an unpopular opinion because I feel like more people enjoy the liquid blush. But the cream blush, this is in nearly neutral, and it's beautiful. And then the one that I have in the liquid blush is in Courage, another one that I think is quite stunning. So these 2 I'm going to keep. A liquid blush that I'm going to declutter is from Drunk Elephant. This is their Oh Blues Rosy Drops. Honestly, I feel like, to be frank, that I never really gave this product enough of a chance. I got it in PR. I think like I tried it like when I say a handful of times, like maybe 3 times or something along those lines. So I feel like I just didn't give this enough of a chance, but especially because I'm trying to declutter so much right now, and with an impending immediate move, I feel like I can gift this one on to someone else. So I'm going to declutter that one. Okay, the Makeup by Mario, I've been kind of staring at this one, trying to decide what I want to do with it. So this is the blush in Plumberry. Oh my gosh, this packaging. You guys already know I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Okay, so this is in Plumberry. This is a nice product. I mean, hit the like button, put a, I don't know, crying face emoji. I'm not sure. If you remember the video though, with this blush and the thumbnail, it was a, whoo. It was a ride. I didn't think I was gonna end up liking this one, but I do. I think that it's pretty, but I've kept, don't take a drink. No, take a drink of water. Take a celery juice shot. Every time you hear me say it's pretty in this video, go back and watch it. It's just that theme of like, products can be good, but you don't have to keep them all. Same, like it goes with makeup, it goes with skincare, it goes with your clothes, it goes with your nail polishes. I mean, it goes with your shoes, whatever. So nice product, but I am going to declutter it. Why are blushes so hard? I feel so ridiculous that this is so hard for me. Okay, where is my cream blush from Sigma? Because yeah, so here is my cream blush from Sigma. This is a fantastic blush. This is in Corda Rosa. I have to keep this one, yes. I have to keep this one from Sigma Beauty. And then I have 2 powder blushes, and I'm thinking okay. I've kept a lot of powder blushes. I know that I don't need to keep both. But then I kept the cream blush. I know, okay, so I would declutter Nearly Wild because I wear Berry Love more. Why are blushes so hard for me? This should be so hard. And my camera battery is about to die. It's like I have to make quick decisions now. I'm gonna declutter it. Oh, I hope I don't. No, I'm not gonna regret it. I'm not gonna regret it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Whew, that was tough. Another one that is a toughie to say goodbye to, but I know it's time to do it. Who's gonna say it with me? Buxom Seychelles. I can't even say it myself. Okay, Buxom Seychelles. This used to be my #1 blush. This was my #1 blush for a hot minute. Oh, it was so, we had such a good time together, but you know what? Sometimes it just has to come to an end. I am going to declutter Buxom Seychelles. Oh, that's hard. That one's a doozy. Another one that's hard for me to do, but I feel pretty confident about it. I am going to declutter my one from M Cosmetics. This is a fantastic blush. It really is. Like, it is a really nice cream blush. It's very smooth. It's very blendable and buildable and all of those great things. I just, with what I've already kept so far and what's already in my cream collection especially, like, I feel okay about this. Someone else can use it. Someone else can get a lot out of it. I just don't need to keep so many blushes. From Charlotte Tilbury, I really do like this one as well. I realize I haven't been swatching like any of my blushes, but this one is beautiful. I feel like this is called Pillow Talk as well. Yeah, this is for lips and cheek. Pillow Talk. No, this is Color of Dreams. I'm not ready. No, I'm not ready to declutter it. I am going to keep that one. I have the 2 here from Benefit. These are really nice. They're new box blushes. Honestly, I wear Pom Pom more than I wear Butterfly. I don't do orange blushes all that often. It's really fun. It's really pretty. And if you love an orange blush, I'm definitely recommending Butterfly to you. I just don't wear it as often. So I'm gonna keep Pom Pom, declutter Butterfly. The Glamlight and Chucky blush, this is so nice. It does remind me a lot of the Dior Rosy Glow. The shades are really, really similar. I know there was an issue with trademark, so these were supposed to be different blushes, but they are the same. My initial thought is I want to keep it because it is a really nice blush. My other thought is I'm trying to cut down my collection. So I think I am actually gonna say goodbye to this one. I could give it to someone who would like love this packaging and, you know, love being able to have the 2 blushes in there. Just for me, I don't think that I need to keep it. And then we have from Kaleidos, there's no name on this one, but this is a stunning blush and it's more of this red. It's not a color that I wear very often, but I want to keep it because I like a lot of products from Kaleidos. I like the packaging of this one, and it's also a different shade for me. Like if I was going for something different, and we're entering fall. I think if we were entering spring, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of darker, maybe not. But like a darker red blush for fall just seems so pretty. Okay, that's it for blushes. Let me pull them out and see how I did. I don't feel like I did as good as I was hoping to do. All right, so we made it through the blush declutter. I think I did okay. I'm keeping 13 and decluttering 14. So basically cut my collection in half. I think that's pretty good. I like everything that I kept. Honestly, I feel like I could cut down a little bit more, but it's okay. It's okay. I like everything that I kept. I'm good with everything that I decluttered, and this at least puts me on a good path for the end of the year. So that is everything for decluttering all of my makeup in this part 2 video, blushes, eyeliners, single shadows. I hope that you have been enjoying some of these declutters. Thank you all so much for your support, watching, commenting, engaging. It all really means a lot right now, so appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.